opens, what have you learned?
What's your emergency?
They're shooting people. Please help.
I remember my first call. Blood. All over the floor.
Eyes on the hallway.
Lights still flashing.
Tossing flash.
Suspect down.
And I told myself I was prepared.
Drop it now!
I wasn't. Not even close. Then there was the armed robbery. They were cornered animals.
Officer down!
Wouldn't know where to go but through us.
Move in! Drop the weapon and put your hands up!
Even when no one dies, I wondered, we fix anything? We fix anything at all?
Down on your knees! Don't shoot!
Nothing here, sir.
Let's go!
Secure the area. Oh my God.
You want the badge? The glory? Brother, pray you never get what you want. Every death rewires you. Close your eyes, and the sirens scream. There's no sleep. Just reruns of hell. That's the weight of the badge. It'll carve itself into your soul sooner than you think.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Yes, today we are covering Ready or Not, and it's probably not in a good way, to be fair. It has made the news and it has been review bombed on Steam like hell. But before we get into all that, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to be notified of future content coming to the channel. But yeah, let's go and have a look at this. So here we are over on PC Gamer, and obviously the article reads, "The censorship is a step too far. Ready or Not is getting a review bombed after developers sanitized the game to adhere to stricter console standards." So what does that mean? So what it is Void Interactive are toning back a lot of the stuff that is in the game, and the PC community is not happy about it at all. They are going all in. I will put a link to this article in the description so you can go and have a good read yourself. So I'm just going to skim over it, to be fair. Obviously, this game has always been known on PC to be very ultra violent, to the point where you could obviously dismember bodies after you've killed them. So they're toning that back. So they're toning back the dismemberment. It'll happen a little less frequently, but it'll still happen. Which it's kind of a frustrating topic, isn't it? You know, this isn't the whole image of the game from their idea and what they wanted on PC, and obviously what the community have always been used to, even before it had its version 1.0 release. So they're taking that out, so they're toning down the gore and the violence, which is fair enough. There's also scenes in the game that could be how do I put it, a little bit too extreme. Say a tortured police informant on Narcos is still missing fingers, eyes, and covered in fresh wounds and blood, but it's a little less so. So they're just, okay, they're toning it down and making it a little bit more user-friendly. The other thing they're taking out is the amount of nudity for a handful of civilians and suspects, and the substantial effort to present the mistreatment of children in a game in a responsible way. Fair enough, I'm not being horrible. That is a very touchy subject. So yeah, they have to literally be careful what they're doing here. They got away with quite a lot on PC, to be fair. Obviously, they're changing an animation to be sleeping instead of convulsing. So it's a massive tonal change, which I can understand. It's not something... I can understand with the tone of the game. It's supposed to be very shocking. You're playing as a SWAT officer. I played SWAT back in the day on PC. Brilliant game. But this is taking it to real-life standards. It's shock and awe. It's supposed to literally touch your gut and make you feel very, very uncomfortable. So they're taking the nudity out. They're taking the gore, majority of the gore out. But this is all because they have to adhere to the console standards for, obviously, Xbox and PlayStation, and the broad scope of what they look at for a title release. But the PC market, I'm not happy, because this is toning back a lot of the stuff in the PC version as well. It's not just console. This is going all across the board. But they have stated that the changes in the console version are small enough that most people here wouldn't notice if we didn't say anything. But we wanted to be transparent, the blog post says. It's largely just evidence and nudity that's altered, and the textures changes do not affect the PC version. So they're having to jump through hoops. So Void Interactive, in theory, is stuck between a rock and a hard place, because they have to jump through these hoops to get a console version put out there. And I'm not being horrible. That's money to them. And I can see that side of the argument. But they are literally review bombing the hell out of this. Recent reviews on Steam are currently down from very positive to mixed over the last couple of days. Some players are willing to look past buggy DLCs and a lack of content, but agree the censorship is a step too far. And others feel like it's the final straw and a change in the direction for Ready or Not that they don't buy into, with poor performance whittling their enthusiasm down for a while before these changes. So they're not happy, because obviously there's still problems with the game. There's obviously glitches with the game, and what their fans are trying to say is, hang on, you're toning the whole game down, but you're not fixing it. So it's a very sticky situation to be in for Void Interactive. They're alienating their original fan base, and obviously this was part of a backers as well. So people are not happy about this in the slightest. But as I said, I will put a link in the description below for this article. Obviously, they've gone all in. They're review bombing the hell out of this game. They're trying to do a whole Helldivers 2 scenario here, but it's a little bit different with Ready or Not. This is more content that could upset people and things like that. I understand it is an adult-based game. It was never intended for children to play. It frustrates me even to this day that you now have kids playing Call of Duty, because that is so mainstream now. But it's nice. It's going to be nice to have a new tactical shooter on consoles. I love my tactical shooters, and I'll still be picking this game up because I'll have fun playing this with my other half. She loves her shooters, so I'm still going to pick it up regardless of these changes. It still looks like it's going to be a fun game. And a lot of this is purely cosmetic. But to me, this brings up an interesting question. Now, they've got to jump through hoops for for the console version of this game. But the next generation, especially the Xbox, is supposedly hybrid, multiple storefronts. Now, how can you get around that? If you have multiple storefronts and a version of the game is on Steam, say, and that is the ultra-violent, no frills, got everything version of the game, you can just purchase that one. So how are Microsoft, especially Microsoft with them announcing the hybrid, gonna get round the whole jump through hoops because of the standards that they want on their console? So that's an interesting question as well. Let me know what you think. Do you think that is gonna be a potential problem for the next generation? Also, if you like Ready or Not, if you've played the PC version, even if you haven't played the PC version, are you looking forward to the console version? Will it be nice to have a nice new tactical shooter on the consoles? Please let me know your thoughts and feelings with the whole situation with this being censored. How do you feel about it? Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe, hit that, but the one thing I need you to do is hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you've enjoyed the video, check out a load of the other stuff on the channel, and hit the bell to be notified. And thank you to the new subscribers that have joined. Thank you very, very much. It is everything helps the channel. All the likes, all the subscribes, everything helps the channel. So on that note, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to be notified, and I'll see you all on the next one.
Humans, what have you learned?